Just washed my hair for the second time today because Selsun Blue had me smelling horrendous. I honestly shampooed my hair 3 times. First with a clarifying shampoo, then a hydrating shampoo, and the hydrating shampoo again after that because it smells good and I feel like I can still smell it. I'm gonna put a bit of this Kristen S leave-in conditioner because it smells good. And I'm trying to get that smell out of my head. Maybe it's just stuck in my nose though. Using the Selsun honestly made a big difference in my seborrheic dermatitis after literally 1 use, but I just can't stand the smell. Maybe I'll just use it when it flares up really badly. Really want to be more consistent when it comes to using this because hypochlorous acid is really good for reactive, sensitized, compromised skin, any kind of dermatitis, eczema, seborrheic dermatitis, perioral dermatitis. This is great to have on hand, so I really want to be good about it. I also really like using it on my ear. My ear has been a little bit irritated as well. I think it's part of the seborrheic dermatitis, so I'm just spraying that on there and letting it sit. A new Heartleaf Soothing Toner. Today is going to be a recovery night. I'm trying to stick to using Tret Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then the other days I'll decide if I need to exfoliate or if I'm just going to do a recovery night. Dr. Ciracle. I talked about this in my last video, but I have been pretty stressed lately. Number one way that my body reacts to stress is through my skin. I will get breakouts, my seborrheic dermatitis will flare up, my perioral dermatitis will flare up, which it just started to. My eczema will flare up too. Hada Labo Premium. I try really hard to not freak out whenever my skin is going through it, but it can honestly be hard sometimes. Caudalie Grape Water. Empty. Trust me, I am well aware that my skin is pretty good. What is considered bad and a breakout is completely relative. It's different for each person. I know where my skin started. I know how long it took me to figure out what my skin likes and doesn't like. So when I do get breakouts like this, it can be a little bit disheartening for me because I know where my skin normally is. Snail Mucin. Where I started with my skincare journey, it was a really difficult time for me. I used to cry all the time about my skin. I felt so insecure. I was so self-conscious, and I never thought I would get to a point where my skin would be clear. I honestly think that struggling with acne can lead to like long-term psychological effects even once your skin has recovered. To this day, sometimes I still feel like I can't do my makeup without using full coverage foundation because I want everything to be covered even though I don't necessarily have as much to be covered as I did before. Anua Intense Calming Cream. Skincare is not a perfect journey. There's ups and downs. There's a big learning curve. It's completely subjective also and will be different for every person. I'm going to use some Cicaplast on my chin just because I noticed my perioral dermatitis starting to flare up a bit, and this has always helped when that happens. I'm gonna put a bit around my nose as well. Actually also on my ear. Before I dry my hair, I'm actually gonna put on some of my Way Scalp Serum. Luckily, this smells really good and hopefully it'll help mask some of that rotten egg smell that's on my head. Fingers crossed because I feel like I can still smell it. Ultimate test was blow drying my hair because the heat just makes the smell worse, but it smells so much better. It's still there a tiny bit, but nowhere near as strong as it was earlier today. Bedtime perfume today is going to be Nemat Amber Oil and Ellis Brooklyn Myth. This amber oil from Nemat is just so soft and clean and cozy and warm smelling. It's so good. When I first got it, I couldn't smell it at all. And randomly, I think it was like maybe 3 months later, I took it out to test it again and I could smell it. It probably just needed to macerate a little bit. Ellis Brooklyn Myth, this one was just sent to me. It's such a nice, like soapy, clean, floral, a little bit musky scent. It's really pretty. A little bit on my hair, just in case. If you like Replica Bubble Bath or Lazy Sunday Morning, I think you'll like this one. Skincare done, hair is taken care of, smelling good, ready for bed. As always, if you have any questions, suggestions, or requests, please drop them in the comments.